Lesson 2. Reading. Remember, you should use the visual clues in a newspaper article, a magazine article, or a story on the internet before you read. Use the tips below to help you to prepare. Reading tip 1. Look at any pictures or photographs. Look at the pictures or photographs before you look at the text. Think, what is this text about? What words will be in the text? A. Look at the photographs and follow tip 1. Reading tip 2. Look at the headline or the title. Look at the headline of the article or the title of a story before you look at the text. Think, what is this text about? Then, read the text and think, did I get it right? B. Look at these headlines and titles. What do you think each text is about? Headlines: Girl wins competition. Tennis star arrives in Basra. Ministry gives dates for final examinations. Oil prices rise. More jobs for local people. Titles: The first school day. A dream comes true. How to learn English. Lost in the desert. Reading tip 3. Read the first paragraph. Newspaper story. The first paragraph tells you what the article is about. It usually tells you also where the news happened, when the news happened, who was involved. Sometimes the whole article is just one paragraph. Read the first paragraph on the article in your student's book, page 7, Car of the Year. Magazine article. The first paragraph tells you what the article is about. It also tells you if the article is in the first person, I. It talks about opinions or experiences. Read the first paragraph in your student's book, page 24, Schoolgirl in a New TV Comedy. Story. The first paragraph usually sets the scene. For example, where the story happened, when the story happened, who the main characters are. Read the first paragraph in your student's book, page 40, How to Fill a Space. Reading tip 4. Read the topic sentences. Paragraphs in English usually begin with the topic sentence. This sentence prepares the reader for the information in the paragraph. Magazine article. All the topics sentences together usually make a good summary of an article. Find and underline the topic sentences in the article in your student's book, page 24. Schoolgirl in a New TV Comedy. Story. All the topic sentences together usually give you the gist of the story. Newspaper article. Topic sentences are not so important in newspaper articles. Each paragraph may only have one sentence. Find and underline the topic sentences in your student's book, page 40, How to Fill a Space. C. What information is in these paragraphs? Car of the Year. I'm here at one of Baghdad's motor shows, and the car everyone is talking about is the Panther 3OD. It's not only the driver who will be impressed by the Panther 3OD. It looks very expensive, but the Panther 3OD is actually quite cheap. Hunting with birds. More than 1,000 years ago, the people from the deserts of Arabia, the Bedouin, used to watch falcons catching birds and animals for food. The Bedouin used to hunt on camels. One disadvantage of this sport is that too many rare birds might be killed. Exercise number 1. Read the text and number the paragraph headings in the correct order. At the village school, moving to Baghdad, a French friend, Abraham as a child, life outside Iraq, Abraham's life story. Paragraph number 1. Abraham lived in a small village in the south of Iraq when he was a child. He loved the sea and he often went fishing with his father. From an early age, he was interested in animals. He was forever asking questions about animals. For example, why do flies have wings? And why do fish live in the sea? His father had goats and chickens, and Abraham liked to look after them. He talked to them as if they were friends. His brothers used to laugh at him. Paragraph number 2. When he went to school, Abraham learned to read quickly. He liked reading and he was always asking his father for books. He did not like television, so he spent a lot of time reading. He learned that there were lots of different animals in other countries. Paragraph number 3. In 1990, Abraham's father got a new job with Iraq Petroleum and the family moved to Baghdad. Life was very different in the city. At first, Abraham did not like it, but after a few months, he found that there was a lot to do for a 16-year-old boy. Paragraph number 4. One day, at the mall, he met a French boy called Perry. Abraham learned to speak some French with him. He also learned about France. The boys used to talk about what they wanted to do when they left school. One day, Abraham said, "I think I'll be a zoologist. Then I can study animals in different countries." Paragraph number 5. When Abraham left school, he studied zoology at Cairo University. Now he is a well-known zoologist. He works in France and he is writing a book about animals in Africa. Exercise number 2. Read the sentences and mark them true, T, or false, F. A. Abraham was not interested in animals until he went to school. B. He found out about animals from television. C. He moved to Baghdad when he was 17. D. Pere helped Abraham learn French. E. Abraham wrote a book at university.